No doubt about it, Governor Butch Otter spent a lot of time talking about education in his State of the State address.
The governor proposed close to a 3% boost for public education for fiscal year 2015. Mike Sharp has spent all day at the State House and joins us live with more.
Well, the governor's speech was stacked with information ranging from Medicaid expansion and Obamacare all the way to wolves. But you're right, it was another issue altogether that dominated his speech. Governor Butch Otter spent the majority of Monday's State of the State address tackling one of the most contentious issues of the last 5 years, education.
I'm sure some will argue that the proposals I'm putting forward today are not enough, or not front-loaded enough, or simply not enough at all. But peaks and valleys are not the way to manage any enterprise, public or private.
The governor threw his support behind the 20 recommendations from his education task force, but instead of cementing a full 5-year plan, he suggested approaching the ideas in the short term and then reevaluating later.
We must be just as careful in how we implement them. I envision this process as being data-driven and as focused on outcomes as possible.
He also proposed money be put aside to help school districts deal with safety and even push for more spending in higher education as well. And he told lawmakers that funding his education platforms should be a first priority.
It's also my view that any effort to provide additional tax relief for our citizens must be in the context of advancing our goals for Idaho's education system.
Next will be the legislature's turn to evaluate what the governor recommended. And while Idaho's chief executive says he expects a hearty debate, he also says he hopes that debate comes for the right reasons.
In this even-number year, it will demand of us, as I've said before, a willingness to look beyond the next election to Idaho's next generation.
Of course, it's going to take legislation to make any of these ideas happen, and legislators will start presenting those bills in the next coming weeks. We'll keep you apprised as to how those bills are received along the way. Live at the Idaho State House, I'm Mike Sharp. Today's 6 on your side.